Welcome to the Global Mosaic. This YouTube channel is a journey of discovery into the vibrant cultures, traditions, and lifestyles around the world. Today, we will explore the country of China. Top 10 beautiful, mysterious places in China. The world still doesn't know about them. There is a vast country where bustling modern cities like Beijing, Shanghai, and Shenzhen coexist alongside lands that seem untouched by human hands. A country that is both ancient and mysterious, both brilliant and wild. That is China. When the world mentions China, we often think of the Great Wall standing tall like a sleeping dragon between earth and sky. We remember the golden palaces of the Forbidden City, legendary ancient relics like the mausoleum of the first Qin emperor, or the majestic Yangtze River flowing thousands of miles. But that is just the surface. China also hides countless strange lands. Places stunningly beautiful, yet concealed from the media lens by time, geography, or even people themselves. Mountains with bizarre shapes, lakes seemingly impossible to exist in the desert, villages forgotten for hundreds of years, all waiting to be discovered. In today's video, we will not follow the beaten path. Join me on a journey through 10 mysterious, spectacular, and enchanting lands, places even locals sometimes dare not set foot. This is not just a list. This is a mystical voyage, where every frame, every story can make you ponder. How many things in this world do we still not know? And you, the one listening to these words, be ready, because after watching this video, you will want to leave everything behind and set off immediately. 1. Crescent Lake, the jewel in the desert. In the barren Gobi Desert, where life seems impossible, there exists a natural wonder so strange it defies all scientific logic. Crescent Lake. From above, the lake looks exactly like a slender jade crescent, nestled beside towering sand dunes. What amazes people is not just its beauty, but the fact that it never runs dry. For over 2,000 years, the lake has maintained a stable water level despite the harsh desert sun and wind ravaging the surroundings. There are no rivers flowing into it, no melting snow from high mountains, and absolutely no artificial water supply system. Some scientists believe there is an underground water source flowing from distant mountain ranges. Others think the special terrain, surrounded by high sand dunes, helps prevent the water from evaporating too quickly. But the local people have a different story. They say that during the Han Dynasty, a Taoist master tamed a desert dragon, and the dragon used its claws to dig this lake as a gift for the inhabitants. Whether by science or legend, Crescent Lake remains a beautiful paradox. When you set foot here, especially at sunset, you will understand why many call it the tear of the desert. 2. Huanglang Ancient Village, the echoes of time leaving the Gobi Desert. We continue our journey southeast to Jiangxi Province, home to one of the most beautiful ancient villages in China, Huanglang. Huanglang is not loudly famous. It does not appear on popular tourist tours. But if you ever come here in autumn, you will never forget that feeling. The village nestles on the mountainside, with curved tiled roofs covered in green moss, built from stone and wood hundreds of years ago. Amidst this space are terraced fields dyed golden by herb drying nets, a tradition dating back to the Ming Dynasty. Every early morning, the village is shrouded in thick mist. From afar, it looks like a giant ink wash painting, featuring rivers, mountains, clouds, trees, and people. The sound of flowing water, the pounding of mortars, and birdsong take you back to a time long ago, where people lived in harmony with nature. Perhaps what makes Huanglang special is not just its beauty, but the feeling of absolute peace. Here, time seems to flow more slowly. Every step on the stone-paved road is a step back into the past. 3. Black Dragon Stone Forest. The Black Dragon Stone Maze. Now imagine you are lost in a forest, but instead of trees, everything is stone. Tall stone pillars densely rise like a forest of swords, forming a gigantic maze where light can only seep through narrow gaps. This is the Black Dragon Stone Forest, a unique geological phenomenon in Yunnan province. This place was formed over millions of years by the weathering of limestone, eroded by rain and wind to create bizarre structures. But what sends chills down many people's spines are the shapes that resemble faces. Human faces, animal faces, even dragon faces. And it is no coincidence that this place is called the Forest of the Black Dragon. Local legend says, long ago, a fierce black dragon dwelled beneath this land. It controlled the water veins, causing the surrounding villagers to die of thirst. A Taoist priest defeated the dragon, but instead of killing it, he sealed it within the stone, turning this place into a stone forest, like an eternal prison. Whether you believe it or not, when you step into the Black Dragonstone Forest, you will feel something very different. The atmosphere here is dense, and sounds echo strangely. Every step seems to resonate from a distant past. This is not just a tourist spot. It is a separate world full of magic. 4. Haodong Sinkhole, the Abyss of Time. On the World Geological Map, there is a phenomenon that scientists call karst collapse, subsidence caused by limestone dissolving underground. China has many such areas, but none as strange and impressive as the Xiaodong Sinkhole in Fuling City, Chongqing. This sinkhole is over 600 meters deep, hundreds of meters wide, and is considered one of Asia's underground fairylands. When standing on the rim looking down, you won't see rock or dry earth, but a primeval forest growing from the bottom of the abyss. Yes, beneath that abyss lies a separate ecosystem, with ancient trees, mist, streams, and even animal species never before recorded. Biologists once conducted a 3-week survey down to the bottom of the sinkhole. They reported finding more than 30 endemic plant species, many giant ferns, and a species of frog capable of faintly glowing in the dark. But the strangest thing was the sensation of different time. Many people say that when at the bottom, time seems to slow down, sounds echo unusually, and humans feel absolutely small. Some folktales say this place is the gateway of the dragon vein, where heaven and earth once connected. Because of this sacredness, locals dare not cut wood or hunt at the edge of the sinkhole. They only stand from afar to light incense and pray. Xiaodong, in ancient meaning, also means small gate, but no one dares to ask where that gate leads. 5. Devil Wind Village. The Howling Wind in the Green Hell. About a 4-hour drive from Guiyang City lies a remote mountainous area home to a small village called Devil Wind. Just the name alone sends shivers down one's spine. But the truth about this place is even stranger. Devil Wind Village is surrounded by towering limestone cliffs. But what's special is that these cliffs have the shapes of faces. Not just one or two, but dozens of stone faces appear when the afternoon sunlight slants through. There are faces of old people, demons, even dragon faces, all naturally formed. But what's more haunting is the sound of the wind. At night, the wind rushing through the cracks in the rocks creates sounds like moaning and howling. Many who have visited the village at dusk swear they heard their names being called. The locals believe this place was once an ancient battlefield, where thousands of souls have yet to find peace. They never call out real names when passing by the rock faces to avoid drawing attention. Scientifically, the wind sounds are just acoustic resonance through the rock crevices, and the human faces' shapes are the result of thousands of years of erosion and weathering. But the chilling and sacred feeling is undeniable. Although only a few dozen households live there, Devil Wind Village still maintains the tradition of wind worship every month, an ancient ritual to calm the spirits. 6. The 5-color salt field. The fossil rainbow of earth and sky. At the southern edge of Xinjiang, near the border with Tibet, there is a vast field that, from a distance, looks as if someone has spilled an entire palette of colors onto the ground. This is the 5-color salt field, one of the most beautiful and rare geological phenomena in the world. Unlike ordinary salt mines that are white or pink, this field has layers of red, yellow, blue, purple, orange, stacked like waves. When the sun rises, the entire area seems to glow. The combination of light, minerals, and terrain creates an incredible spectacle. Science explains that this area has an extremely diverse mineral content, formed from millions of years of ancient sea sediment. Each color layer represents a different geological period. However, the local inhabitants have a more interesting explanation. They believe this place is where the gods dropped the elixir of immortality to the mortal world, and the earth absorbed the essence of heaven. What is special is that this place is extremely difficult to access. There are no major highways. Only nomads and experienced mountaineers can find their way here. But the reward is priceless. A giant rainbow painting created by nature. 7. Black Dragon Cave. The mystery beneath the limestone. In the heart of Guizhou province, standing out among the trees and rocky mountains, is a strange cave called Black Dragon Cave. It is not just a large cave, but an underground system stretching over 20 kilometers with underground rivers, waterfalls, stone arches, and absolute silence. Entering the cave, you are swallowed by darkness and cold air. The sound of dripping water echoes like ancient bronze drums. The stalactites form shapes like claws, faces, and eyes watching you. The name Black Dragon comes from the legend that this is where the Black Dragon resides. It hibernates within the cold stone to avoid pursuit by heavenly soldiers. Geologists call it a typical karst cave formed by limestone erosion. But many areas inside the cave remain unexplored, including a bottomless pit, where the depth measuring line has yet to reach the bottom despite being 400 meters long. Some exploration teams had to turn back due to losing radio contact. Some people say that after staying in the cave for a long time, they dream of dragons, see rising water, and glowing stone arches. Whether these are psychological phenomena or something else, Black Dragon Cave remains a place that commands respect from both science and belief. 8. Tian Shan Gorge, Asia's forgotten Grand Canyon. Tian Shan, meaning heavenly mountain, is the longest mountain range in Central Asia, spanning both Xinjiang and Kazakhstan. But there is a small branch of a gorge deep within Tian Shan that has been forgotten for centuries. Only recently have explorers called it the Grand Canyon of Asia. Unlike the usual gray-brown gorges, the Tian Shan Gorge has a dark brick-red color, the result of intense iron oxidation. The geological layers bend like waves, creating a scene that is both powerful and smooth. When the sunset light shines on it, the entire cliff seems to be on fire. But it is not only beautiful. This place is also full of mysteries. In the small caves, ancient carvings have been found. Spiral symbols, 3 red suns, and red handprints. No one knows how old they are, but many researchers believe they are remnants of an unknown prehistoric nomadic culture. Due to the rugged terrain and harsh climate, very few dare to enter the deep gorge. But for those who love adventure and are passionate about archaeology, Tian Shan is a forgotten treasure. 9. Ba Bao Lake, the legend of the 8 sunken treasures. In the northern mountainous region of Gansu, hidden behind pine groves and grassy hills, lies a small cluster of lakes called Ba Bao, meaning 8 treasures. Viewed from above, the 8 lakes are interspersed like a blooming lotus flower. Each lake has a different water color: jade green, deep blue, pale yellow, quiet purple. Even mineral measuring devices cannot explain these differences. But the locals have their own story. They believe that the 8 treasures, including a sword, jade, seal, cauldron, mirror, bell, book, and fairy shoes, were sealed in the 8 lakes, each lake holding a spiritual power. Many generations of sorcerers have tried to retrieve the treasures, but all vanished without a trace. Now, the people only dare to stand from afar, lighting incense and praying for peace. Ba Bao Lake has thus become a forbidden land, eerily beautiful, but no one dares to approach. 10. Tajia Ancient Village, the mysterious world of circles. Fujian province is famous for its giant circular earthen houses called Tulu. But among them, there is a village where every building is circular. Tajia. Why circular? The locals believe that the circle symbolizes protection, like the embrace of heaven and earth, like the flow of time with no beginning and no end. All houses, communal halls, kitchens, even tombs, are built in circular architecture. Standing in the center of the village and looking up at the sky through the round roof, you will see everything revolving around you, as if you are at the center of the universe. The village was built in the 14th century, with walls nearly 2 meters thick. able to withstand earthquakes, strong storms, and even invading enemies. Each Tulu houses dozens of families living as a closed community. But what makes Tajia strange is its sound conduction ability. Even on the top floor, you can hear whispers from underground. A Japanese acoustics researcher once visited and confirmed that the special structure transmits sound like a seashell. But for the villagers, it is the protection of their ancestors, so that every prayer can reach the heavens. And these are 10 mysterious, beautiful places in China that are almost forgotten by the world. You may have heard of Beijing, Xi'an, Shanghai, but places like Xiaodong Pit or Ghost Wind Village open another door. A place where you not only look, but also feel. Feel the eternity of the stones. Feel the gentleness of time. Feel the mystery that science has yet to explain. And maybe, just maybe, you will see yourself as small, but deeply connected to this planet. The world is still full of unexplored things. And China, with all its wonders hidden behind mountain ranges, rocky cliffs, and oral legends, is waiting for you. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to continue the journey of exploring the most mysterious places in the world with us. I am the Global Mosaic, and see you in the next adventure.